something feels off. Something still feels off. The whole power up thing is different. Something definitely feels off on these cards that they're revealing in MUT. What is happening? I don't know. Let's take a look at the cornerbacks. Let's talk about the cornerbacks. Obviously, this Jalen Ramsey card is going to be one of the best cards that you would want to get in the game. He will be very expensive. Maybe up next you were expecting Jair Alexander. No, not one of the top 10 corners. In fact, I hate to say this, and I'm going to, because I'm going to take off my bias hat at the moment. Marshawn Lattimore is probably a top 10 corner. He's not in top 10 in MUT. But there's a reason for them not missing cards, or there's something. There's obviously something going on. JC Jackson, again, solid enough. Xavier Howard, like the number 14 corner in regs, number 3 in MUT. I do think Xavier Howard's super good, so it's fair. Not the most usable card. Trevon Diggs, not my favorite player in the league by any stretch, but this actually is probably a very usable card. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think it's a usable card. Will I have it? I don't know. We'll find out. We get Denzel Ward, who, to be honest, thought was going to be a little bit faster. He is not. Shocking. Trey White, also faster than Denzel Ward. I wouldn't mind Trey White on my team. Mr. AJ Terrell. Now, of course, bias is going to make me think this card is amazing. The speed is a little bit, I don't really want 84 speed at my corners at this point. I'll tell you that. Because it doesn't look like it's anything that stands out. If man coverage or zone coverage at 90s, the thing is obviously not going to get to those thresholds, but still cool to see. Kenny Moore, he's just little. Kendall Fuller right here. Again, what you're not actually seeing a lot of difference in these cards either. You're really not. So what does that mean for MUT? Does it mean that overall is really going to matter? Less so on the card? Maybe so. Again, big play slay. Not too bad. So the corners were okay. There's some missing, obviously, that you would have thought. And then we got into day one middle linebackers. Fred Warner with a rocket shove, just deep. Nice to see though. Even though I don't think would be 86 speed at 87 overall ever, it is nice to see. I will not complain about a player being faster than they probably should be, because this makes him potentially usable. Yeah, you might have to use lurker, or maybe that safeties at linebacker not reacting to the run is good, makes this card a bit better. But also maybe you want to see that zone coverage at 80. You know what I mean? We'll see. But it's actually overall it's a nice card. I bet he plays really well. Devondre Campbell, again, a nice balanced linebacker, but 84 speed, probably a little too slow for what I really would want to be doing out there. Demario Davis, same thing. Bobby Wagner, again, same thing. The middle linebackers, they don't really pop. Fred Warner pops off the page. The rest of these guys do not. Levante David does not. Denzel Perriman does not. I was Denzel Perriman that high. I don't know. Devin White also does not. Again, at these overalls, at 88, 89, 90 overall, obviously these cards would look immaculately better. But you're just comparing to what's out there. Top 10, the 9th best linebacker in the league, Jawan Bentley, apparently, and Jordan Brooks. If you would have told me these guys were like 74s, I would have believed you. Not 80s, but it is what it is. So the middle linebackers, man, okay, we knew that wasn't going to be too exciting. Outside linebackers, this is kind of exciting, some of these cards. Again, I don't need a ton of speed for these guys because they're probably going to be playing my rush end. I'm going to probably play D ends at D tackle. That's just the way it goes. TJ Watt with 83 speed is fine. 85 block shed is good. High finesse move. We like that. Joey Bosa, kind of just like a tier below. Again, fine. Cool. Darius Leonard, even though I guess his name is now Shaquille Leonard, that he has changed it to. Again, he's just too slow to really use. Maybe he's a guy you have out there if he plays well on the run, but I don't know. And then Von Miller. This looks like a Von Miller card. It really does. Good block shed. Von Miller, I wouldn't mind having out there. Other Josh Allen, again, call him budget TJ Watt, even though he's an 86. Does 86 feel high? It does. Again, there's some omissions from here, which is always interesting. Micah Parsons. Again, I like this Micah Parsons. I like the pre-order 87 overall Micah Parsons a lot too. I think that they both look like cards I want on my team. But it's really just a +2 upgrade. It's not like it's a special version or anything. It is literally just +2 from this card. And yes, he gets Lurker, whereas this one probably won't get Lurker at this overall. Okay, just saying. I don't know. I feel like after we saw the safeties, Cam kind of pulling at my heartstrings a little bit. We have a special stream tomorrow. We'll look at more at that. Cleomac, again, very balanced card. Maybe you expected more speed out of Cleomac. What did he run? A 4.4? Something like that. I don't know. Matthew Judon. Solid. Again, these are some of these players EA will always have difficulty making good cards for because they're great. Legitimately great NFL players. They don't translate statistically to here. Rashawn Gary. I feel like the 79 speed for him is actually pretty fast for what he is. Again, solid card. Pass rush on these cards. Shaq Barrett, again, solid little card. 84. Maybe you're talking a 25k card early in the year. Not too bad. That's not too bad. I don't hate these cards. I actually don't hate them. And then we're going to get to the defensive ends. Obviously, Aaron Donald's going to be absolutely amazing and look amazing. Yes, his speed is not there, which is why we want to play him at D tackle. The finesse move, the power move. If you don't know how that works, the game picks one of them for the player to use and try to get a move. And if they're both highly rated, then you have a better chance of winning at pass rush. That is why we like them both high here. And that's what makes Aaron Donald so good. Year after year. Myles Garrett, a little faster, a little less finesse move. Again, Myles Garrett's cards always play real nice. Would love to have him out there as well. Nick Bosa, again, really, these are solid cards. These are all they're solid cards. Even Chandler Jones, he's just a little slow. At 86 overall, is he going to be your budget version of something? Not really. Unfortunately, again, another player. How do they really grade him? I don't know. Cam Jordan. This is clearly when he's not playing against Matt Ryan. If he's playing Matt Ryan, the numbers would be much higher. But again, low speed. Again, that's fine. Cam Jordan's not fast. But how do you make a good player in the NFL look great in MUT when they get tough? Cam Hayward. Again, probably more of a D tackle. Jeff Simmons. Probably more of a D tackle. Trey Hendrickson, you could play him outside. 77 is okay. Maybe you would like a bit better. Calais Campbell, again, I would say D tackle. I don't know how he's an 84. He has bad pass rush across the board, but whatever. And then we get Mr. Sue, who keeps his rating up high with how everything goes. So very interesting overall. We're obviously going to get a special stream tomorrow. There are omissions. I feel like there's a lot of players who could have made their way into these top 10s. For sure, Roquan Smith at middle linebacker. I've said Jair Alexander. We've seen safeties missing. Maybe there's a reason why. I find it hard to believe that EA doesn't think that Jair Alexander is a top 10 corner in the league, or that Roquan Smith isn't one of the 10 best middle linebackers, because I'm pretty sure he is. I'm not saying he's one. I'm saying he's in the top 10. Would you rather have Jawan Bentley or Roquan Smith? And probably Roquan Smith. We had a conversation with someone that said, why does this matter? Well, it does matter because these cards are the basis for when other cards come out for them. Like, they upgrade cards in overall bunches. They'll be like, okay, we're going to upgrade some 84s today. They'll take those 84s and they'll give them upgrades, right? And then it's all based on what their base card is. So if you have a really good base card, your chances that you're going to have a good upgraded card. If you have a bad base card, it's going to be a lot harder to do that with. That's why someone like Aaron Donald, it's really hard for him to get some crazy juiced card late in the year, because his speed can only go up so much with everything else, because he starts out so high, because they really relegate what speed goes to. But it's really nice to have a very usable Aaron Donald card for a couple months here. Even a month, 6 weeks, it's totally fine to have a usable card to start the year. That's fine. MUT goes in waves. It really does go in 4 to 6 week waves. If you can get a card that is usable for that entire time frame, that's a W. It's a complete W. These low-end cards, Ndamukong Soon, they're not usable right now. They're not going to really be usable. Maybe you put them on a no money spent team, maybe a theme team or something like that, but they are far from what you probably would want to be using. Again, maybe that's cost prohibitive, but just my couple words in there. If you guys missed our other videos, go check them out over there. Both awesome. Click them, watch them, love them. I'm out. Peace.